day. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First carry here for Joe Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
The numbers for Mixon last week, 20 carries, 88 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now. Number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Newton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jamie Collins in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And the pressure gets to him again. Jamie Collins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten...
And he's going to go down again. Jamie Collins getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
Taken down at the
north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Now a play fake. Kaepernick eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. To throw, Kaepernick. 3rd and 1, they opt to pass it. And the one thing happened that could not happen. They took a sack.
Yeah, I just wonder, is that an indictment of their offensive line? Did they think that they couldn't move them enough to pick up a 1st down there? Or was it analytics? Did they think about it that way? In any event, they'll be studying that in the future.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nick Kwiatkowski there on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A gain of 6 there on first. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. This is Hunt, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one, 2nd and goal now.
Pick up with 2. Brings up 2nd.
Running the jet sweep with Jones. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Julio Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Earl Thomas coming up from that safety spot to make sure he didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Now on 2nd and 13. Newton. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
12 yards on the
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jamie Collins. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Trey Hendrickson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
A loss of 5 yards. It's 2nd down.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. On the slant, complete to Hopkins.
Complete.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
14-yard pickup. But it's 3rd down.
Kaepernick looking to throw. 3rd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Throwing now is Kaepernick.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up
And nothing but daylight ahead. 20. Touchdown, Carolina.
The ball carrier.
Kareem Hunt. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
We'll take over 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Manti Te'o marches in to sack him.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 3rd and long, it's Newton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively, because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Carolina getting set to take the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. It's caught. Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a 1st down.
Carolina.
On play action, it's Kaepernick going deep for Hopkins. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 35.
1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
24-yard now.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
Washington.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 20.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to...
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Jamie Collins, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A draw play for Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Ginn. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Washington ready to try again on offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. From the gun, here's Newton. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Intended for Joe Mixon.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return.
At their own 30.
Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina.
Kaepernick's pass complete.
DeAndre Hopkins with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And this offense is running away with this one.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, you know, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Again, it's Mixon. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Mixon's the ball carrier.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
From the 50, Newton. He's got Herndon, his tight end. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson.
Still 3rd down.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Here's Brian Anger now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Yards on the punt, return of 4.
1st and 10. At their own.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things. But take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you, similar to a pitcher, change up a lot of things, right? Different arm angles, different slots that a pitcher would do. You do that with your route running and all that. And I loved his response. He said, yeah, I do that. But one of his best friends is a world-ranked tennis player. And he talked about serves and how you change up, take pace off, do different things. And he incorporated that into his route running.
A slant to Jones.
Kaepernick.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
first down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Kareem Hunt, the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Complete to Hayden.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And Jones has it over the middle. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
A gain of 9 yards. And
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now Hunt. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
Kareem Hunt.
Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
Hendrickson on the
2nd and 9 from the 44.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 39.
It's a gain of 17.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Looking deep for Julio. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Kaepernick. Flushed out right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 14. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings
from the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
At the 5-yard line.
They run with Hunt, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Pick up a 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Throw complete to Herndon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Pushing the foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Operating from the gun. Newton looking up over the middle with Herndon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
55, my guy, 55. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On first down, it's Newton. Rolling to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Manti Te'o able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And 13.
A shotgun snap for Newton.
Cam Newton sacked by Jamie Collins.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot.
Touchdown, Washington! Chris Herndon, his fourth touchdown on the year. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now the second down throw on target. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick.
20-yard line.
Caught on the left side by Ginn. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the Panther.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
3-yard pickup.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10.
10-yard line.
Kaepernick now to throw. A quick hitter complete. It's Jones. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
Then on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Out comes the Washington offense as we're going to look at the playoff race in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jamie Collins in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, Newton. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Operating from the gun, Newton. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Jamie Collins with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Washington. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. A 4th quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. On 1st down, Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Michael Brockers in on the stop. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And they'll let that play, the completed pass, stand as they decline the penalty.
So do you get the sense they like their defense?
Yeah, they wanted that next down to come up.
Yeah, they weren't worried about the yardage there at all. Just what you said. Let the downs trickle away.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Washington. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. At their own 20. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Going deep for Hopkins.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, but now it'll be third down.
Coverage by Keanu.
From the gun on third down, Kaepernick. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Intended for DeAndre Hopkins. Incomplete.
Here's J.K. Scott now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here.
Takes over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, Newton. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Chris.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
One last throw here for Newton. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
His kick
doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any